This is a new video maker, and my partner Logan, he's not here right now. Gavin and me are watching 1,000 Ways to Die, and said,
it doesn't matter what it says.
Episode 2.
It's not episode 2.
Oh, okay, let's sit down.
Have you seen this one? Watch.
Oh.
A couple of dirtbags. A traveling salesman.
I see that one.
The gas man. On the next episode of 1,000 Ways to Die. The stories portrayed in this show are based on real deaths and are extremely graphic. Names have been changed to protect the identities of the deceased. Do not attempt to try any of the actions depicted. You will die. Death is everywhere.
That hurt.
Others can
Oh crap. I'm cutting her out.
injury,
Ouch, my hand.
and catastrophe.
You're dead.
There's a lot of ways to wind up dead. The fact that we survived
Like the
all
people on the TV show. Yeah. Don't try this at home. You're gonna die. Yeah, 1,000 ways to die. That's how we do. Omaha, Nebraska. People never do this. What's coming up? Yeah. Especially if you're chick. Or younger. Don't do this at all. Especially if you're grown up. Don't do this. Don't do this if you're 21. Don't do this if you're 21 or younger. Yeah. Maybe 21 and up is okay, but otherwise, okay. Just don't let us know. Yeah.
Have sex with regular sized women and nothing would happen. Like, it just wasn't doing it for me. So after that, I'd have to find a larger woman to quote unquote get my rocks off, because this is my idea of beauty.
Ooh.
What I have here is a fantastic but you already looked at.
I think my butt too big.
A few drinks,
Why would you stare at it?
a little sweet talk,
I love them.
and Ray was on his way up to Hollyhead. Big Bess liked to get things going with a little oral stimulation.
Let's start with donuts. It's in my bonus.
Now get the good stuff home. Yeah.
Bess had everything Ray was looking for. She was large and in charge. Wave after wave of flesh told the beauty center. Finally, like a harpooned whale, Big Bess spouted in orgasmic ecstasy and lost country. The exertion was just too much. Ray was engulfed in a mountain of Big Bess blubber. There was no escape. Lost in the folds of her rolling fat, his face trapped between her sweaty breasts, Ray gasped for air that just wasn't there.
When we obstruct an airway, we so-called choke to death. When we are asphyxiated, we can't breathe in because we are compressed to death. He attempts to inhale, but can't because the face is actually covered by the volume of tissue. And then you add panic, compression, and inability to inhale. Instant catastrophe.
Murder.
When it came to chubby chasing, Ray was a big game hunter. This time, the hunter became the prey. Game over.
He's already dead in it.
Come on. These two are in training for an upcoming sporting event.
it's generally just fill up the gas tank and just clinch for my opportunity. And when the opportunity is there, just let it go. And generally it's good. Arnold lost out last year to an exchange student from Japan. You know who this is? The enemy! This year, Arnold was making sure he could fire on all cylinders. That's why he hired Max Beers. Nobody knew more about flatulence than the gas master. Get her in there. It's okay, boy. Get him in there. Max was famous for his unorthodox training techniques. There were sphincter control exercises like the doggy leg press, tennis football, and finally, an empty beer can had no chance against Arnold's vice grip butt cheeks. It's in there! Watch it! A fart is born in the intestines where food gets broken down and absorbed into the bloodstream. Harder to digest foods leave behind gas, which is forced out of the body by powerful sphincter muscles. The main gases found in the fart are oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide,
Why does it make that
and
sound?
methane, which is combustion. All right, boy. Time for a test burn. Shoot me sedation. Are you ready? Yes, sir! All right, boy, here it comes. Now, 3, 2, 1. Let her rip.
Oh. Do something.
Methane gas can ignite very quickly and also encompasses a greater radius because it has higher vapor pressure. And therefore, this can be potentially risky or dangerous, more so than other gases. Oh my God! My fart killed you!
Fire fart.
Up next, a sexy violinist.
Don't look at those.
And a bad guy has a bad day and a really bad May was an up-and-comer on the classical music circuit. It didn't hurt that she had perfect pitch. Her looks, flawless technique, and work ethic.
She's single, but dead.
Combination. To make it in classical music, you don't only work on the technique, you also have to have emotion and artistry in the correct style that you were performing in. May was no dummy.
Don't look at those.
She knew she had as many jobs for her tight, hot body as for her body of work. But in her mind, her greatest anatomical treasures were her hands. Studying all your life for the violin, if anything happened to them, what are you going to do? You know, your hands are your life. Every day, May would go out of her way to baby her precious moneymakers. She even took out an insurance policy should anything happen to them. But May did have one major flaw. One sour note in her symphony of beauty and talent. She was a total clunk. Instinctively, the violinist avoided using her hands to break her fall, and broke her hand instead. When someone is exposed to blunt trauma, typically what happens is the brain itself is pushed against the skull. Now, the brain being a very soft tissue, and the skull being a very hard tissue, it doesn't have a lot of space to
Hot chicks are retarded.
it may cause irreversible damage. A person can die from that. May's hands were her lifeline. Too bad she was always one away from death.
He's dead. Yeah.
Mort was on the run. A two-time offender, his latest felony, armed robbery, would put him away for good if he was captured.
Take a break, man. Yeah, I'm getting too old for this stuff.
With the cops catching their breath, Mort caught a break. A drainage pipe. What better place for a human rat to hide out in?
Yeah, I ain't going in there.
Mort wasn't going to take any chances, so he kept on crawling, and the pipe kept getting smaller and smaller until... Help! Help! Help me! I'm stuck! In a short amount of time, he went from surrendering... I don't care! I have to go back to jail! I'll go back! I just gotta get out of here! I gotta get out of here now! To apologizing and finally crying. Day turned to night, and for the first time,
Bald-headed baby.
Mr. Big and Scary was scared.
Aww.
Make that terrifying.
Potato dapper.
And then salvation.
Rat.
Or so he thought. Anybody there?
There's this thing, this lucky to escape. The best thing you can do is shut the hell up. But he won't, because he's afraid. So the rat, with massive incisors and little claws, he can grab onto any part of your face, and he will bite you.
The rats weren't scared of Mort. In fact, they liked him. So, they ate their way like food.
The first cause of least resistance they would come to is the human skin, which is very fragile. Second, they get into the muscle, and finally, they get into the human eyes.
The guy has friends that don't even like him.
Through the eyeballs, get into the brain. The person will be conscious, feeling every single little thing that's happening. Unfortunately, this is probably one of the most gruesome deaths somebody could even imagine.
They say crime doesn't pay, but it did make a nice meal for a pack of dirty rats.
Skeletor.
Coming up, a French maid dusts off an old coot, and a mobster hit blows up in their face. Claude is dying. The only thing keeping him alive is a respirator and his sexy French maid.
I never knew old people were like this.
Me too.
I should probably watch my grandpa.
And the maid, she keeps his blood flowing.
The French maid is the icon of a lady queen. And when I do my French maid show, I do it as washing myself because I'm a dirty old French maid.
You can tell that by her clothes.
Ah.
It's very clean now.
Why would you show us up close?
No regrets for this guy. Claude has had everything a man could ask for. Wealth, power, women. He's ready to meet his maker.
What?
But he's not going down without a fight. Time for the afternoon strip show.
Tutti frutti, samola.
Life for Claude was one long lap dance. His only fear, heaven might be boring.
Tutti frutti, samola.
The French maid decides to give her boss an early Christmas present. Santa
Crack the whip.
was driving her candy man into the danger zone.
I like candy.
Bells were ringing in Claude's head. Turns out it was a warning signal from the respirator. His heart was beating faster than the little drummer boy on crystal meth. But before he went lights out, the light went out. When Frenchie plugged in the Christmas lights, it was too much for Claude's house,
killed the French spies.
Lights overloaded, the other power 15 amp fuse.
She's one of them. That's why she killed him.
Respirator went dead. When the respirator stopped working, the station was
With the cute Tutti Frutti from Allah.
It'll make the heart start beating fast. Yes, it can keep pumping, but it's going to pump stale blood. So it beats faster, thinking that can compensate for this lack of good blood. And as a result, you generate the perfect storm to create a massive heart attack.
Claude was already rolling down Death's Highway. He took an early exit. On the island of Sicily, one of the sights you might catch, if you're lucky, is the age-old tradition of watching a man dig his own grave. Mario Beluzzi made the mistake of borrowing money from the mafia. Unable to keep up on the payments, he's been forced to pay them back with the only thing he has left, his life.
Andiamo! Presto! Per favore, datemi un'altra possibilità. Non posso niente!
The hitman wanted Mario to pick up the pace. They walked over just as he unearthed a leftover from World War II, an unexploded hand grenade.
In the face.
The typical modern hand grenade is going to be a shrapnel grenade. Once the bomb ignites, a lot of the shrapnel will probably be super hot. So when it goes into the different parts of their body, it will be burning. And it's designed to kill anything within about 5 meters.
In the face. Oh, shoot! Vamos!
Had it all worked out. But this plan, in their faces. After the break, erectile dysfunction makes life hard for a cheating husband.
My older sister was like this, I can't do something
Janine's marriage was as dead as her husband's penis.
I'm not wearing any panties tonight.
Cole's erectile dysfunction had turned him cold, but Janine had a plan. Without telling him, she ground up 3 ED pills into his beer. That's 300 milligrams of blood-rushing penis poppers. This Janine thought would finally get a rise out of her hubby.
The use of erectile dysfunction drugs is increasing nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is actually a compound that's responsible for dilating all vessels of our body, including the vessels that lead to our heart. Honey, I want you to do me on a favor right now.
Right then, Cole received a text message from his mistress. Before taking off, Cole slipped into the bathroom to take 3 of his own magic love pills. Little did he know his girlfriend was making triple sure her lover boy would be up for the job. She dropped 3 of her own man makers into a beer.
If you're a man and you're unable to achieve a quality erection, that is going to do something to your self-esteem. And you're going to be worried next time you're in this situation, it's just not going to happen again. Hey, baby.
Okay, good.
Before we get started,
Okay, before we continue,
And when you wake up,
let's do the
the
math.
gay couple made it through.
His wife slipped in 300 milligrams. Cole took 300 more, and his secret lover doused him with another 300. That's 9 times the recommended dosage. This guy was about to pin the love meter. With his veins and arteries fully dilated, blood rushed from Cole's head to his other head. His mistress didn't, and Cole didn't notice his vision was fading. His oxygen-depleted brain was shutting down. His heart was redlining. glorious burst of passion, Cole had come and gone.
Love hurts. With pills.
Okay.
That's the Bugs Bunny Show.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't touch it!
Peace, man.
Yeah. Bye, Logan.